Hello and welcome back to Chasing Trophies. What a crazy day of knockout football, man. That was incredible. It started with Brazil, Japan. Japan taking the lead, Brazil coming back. Brilliant performance from them. Vinicius Jr. was insane. Casemiro was insane. Japan taking the lead, and then in the second half, Brazil started playing a bit more football in terms of doing the Ole's 1-2s. They started crossing the ball. They started using the weight. They were going directly as well. They started variating the types of attacks, and they kept putting the pressure on Japan. They didn't allow Japan any room to breathe. Whenever Japan were getting the ball, Brazil were pouncing on them. The Casemiro goal came from across. Vinny used the width, passed it to Gabriel. Gabriel crossed it in, and a beautiful header from Casemiro. Then the second goal in the dying stages of stoppage time in the 90 minutes. It was a beautiful pass from Bruno Guimaraes. He slid through Martinelli, and Martinelli with the cool and calm finish. Incredible for Brazil going 2-1. They deserve to win, and they finally won in the end. For Japan, I feel bad for them, but they were just outclassed by a better team. Then we had Germany versus Paraguay. This was the biggest upset of the tournament so far, of the knockout stage, you can say. And that was because Paraguay took the lead. Then it was 1-1, and it looked like Germany would probably win in extra time. It went to extra time. Germany scored, but that was taken away from them. I think it was Jonathan Tah who scored the header, but there was impediment with the goalkeeper, and that is why VAR overturned the decision. The referee went and checked, and they overturned the decision, and then the game went to penalties. In penalties, things went crazy, but Orlando Gil, if that's how you pronounce it, he was the man of the match, the hero of the penalties. He saved, I think, two penalties, then Germany missed the third one as well. And the former World Cup champions got knocked out thanks to a heroic performance from Orlando Gil, and Paraguay deserve every bit of it. And Sisho got the first goal. He got their only goal, but he played like a true leader. And the defensive stability that Paraguay showed was incredible. They didn't allow Germany to break through on like one-on-one or anything like that. They showed a lot of stability, and the way Paraguay started the tournament against USA, it looked like suddenly what happened to the defense. They were very solid in the qualifiers, but something happened. But now they're getting back into character. The 10 men win against Turkey, and then now this victory will give them a lot of confidence. I think they drew with Australia as well, so now the defensive line is showing that stability. And for Germany, again, creating chances and everything, but not being lethal, they're missing that, that roughness, that toughness that you associate yourself with German football. I think that's what was missing from Germany. Miroslav Klose, Podolski, Balak, these kind of characters they were missing. They have some talented players, man. Musiala is good. He can dribble. He can run past a player. He can beat a player, but they don't have that physicality. Players were getting shoved off the ball, and they didn't have that ruthlessness, the finishing as well. But well done to Paraguay. Then we had the game of the day between Netherlands and Morocco. It was always going to be the toughest fixture, and it was the toughest fixture. It was very rough. Well done to the referee for not giving out that many red cards or any red cards or even yellow cards. He didn't give that many in the beginning. If it was any other game, I think cards would have been flying, but the referee controller, he knew the character of the game, nature of the game, two big teams going on, two physical teams, the character of the teams. So well done for them. And then I think if you see the nature of the game, Morocco were keeping possession. They were creating the better chances. Netherlands had chances on the counter attack, and eventually it was Netherlands who broke the deadlock. They got the goal. And shout out to Cody Gakpo, man. He had a huge loss in his family. Him and his wife had lost their child before birth, and it must have been very tough for him. But for him to come score, and he didn't celebrate. You could see the emotion. He's playing for his country. Well done to him. But then after that, Morocco kept putting the pressure, and in stoppage time they got the equalizer. Well done to them, man. They kept applying the pressure. They finally found the finish. Morocco's problem has been finishing this World Cup, but they finally found that finish. They took it to extra time. And extra time, again, Morocco had the possession. They looked like the bigger team. They looked like the stronger team, not Netherlands. It looked like Morocco were dominating, and Netherlands were trying to hang on. They brought on Wout Weghorst, but he wasn't getting the ball too much. There were not many crosses going into the box, and it was very frustrating from a Netherlands point of view. But Morocco were incredible, man, excellent, and they deserve every bit of the luck that they got in the penalties because they were the better team. Then in penalties, man, first Morocco missed, then Netherlands missed, then Netherlands missed again, then Morocco missed, and then Netherlands missed again. And Verbruggen, one, he saved it, and then his leg kicked it in. Like, what is the luck over there, man? And then Somersville penalty was a poor penalty, but Bono just stood there and saved it with his left hand. That was crazy as well. It was an unbelievable penalty shootout, and obviously for Netherlands fans, it's heartbreak. For the players, it's heartbreak. You can see them crying. But for Morocco, man, they're showing that Qatar wasn't a fluke. And it's not like, okay, Tika, they were lucky in penalties, but the way that they're playing football now, they look like a big team. The way they played against Brazil, play against Netherlands. I think where they're struggling is to break down the low block and they're struggling to finish the chances. But apart from that, they look like a very solid team. Ayub Buadi, he's been incredible. Ismail Sabri has been incredible. Then you have today Diouf coming and scoring. Issa Diop coming and scoring for them. And Ashraf Hakimi, he missed a penalty, but the way he's been playing, sometimes he becomes like the striker. The runs that he's making, he's showing quality leadership qualities. One thing I didn't understand was why Van Dijk didn't take the penalty. Why didn't Dumfries take the penalty? I wanted the experienced players to take penalties. Just even if they're not the greatest, you would rather want your experienced players to take penalties and make sure that they can take the responsibility. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case for Netherlands. But for Morocco, it's a party. For Paraguay, it's a party. For Brazil, it's a party. They're into the next round, into the round of 16. Now I think Morocco play Canada, which they will fancy that fixture. It'll be easier than this one, I think. And then they've got, I think, Paraguay. I'm not sure, but Brazil is going to play the winner of Ivory Coast and Norway, which is happening later on in the day. But yeah, it's been a crazy knockouts, man. There's been last-minute goals. There's two penalty shootouts already. This is the second day of the knockouts, and this is the fourth game of the knockout. There's so many knockout matches to go, but we've already had two penalties. The pressure is on all the teams. We already have three teams knocked out today, which is unfortunate. One team the day before, but yeah, I think the Morocco-Netherlands game came a bit too early, but that's the format of the tournament. Unfortunately, two big teams, one has to go home. Obviously, I have a bit of bias there as well, but I don't think I can blame any in terms of the way Morocco played. They deserve every bit of it. For Netherlands, again, since 2006, these guys I've been watching since 2004, and like from 2004 onwards, that was the Euro 2006 World Cup onwards. They keep losing in extra time in penalties, whether it's that luck or factor or the mentality or the nerves, that choking mentality. Sometimes I don't know what to say, but today again, yeah. They weren't the best team clearly, but they still had a chance to go through. They still had the players, but unfortunately, Jo bhi hua ho gaya. But I think they'll have to see what they can do better mentally, what they can do better physically as well. Aage jaake. A bit of heartbreak, but make sure you guys are hitting the like button, subscribe button. Stay tuned to Chasing Trophies. Well done to Morocco, well done to Brazil, well done to Paraguay. That was the upset of the day. And we will catch you guys later on the day for the rest of the games. And take care, everybody. And make sure you comment as well in the video, like the video too, and share it with your friends and family. Bye bye. See you.